Hey guys, Mr. Short Hitter here. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I want to go through some of the comments on my most popular video, How to Break 80. I try to give you guys helpful tips that will help you improve your game, but some people have an interesting take on my methods, my strategy, or just the video in general. So I want to go through some comments. The most recent comment: the biggest key to everything in this video is striking the ball solid and hitting it straight each time. Yeah, well, that eliminates most golfers. I'll read you the reply that I made to that comment. I said, actually the opposite is true. Who gains more from hitting an extra club, playing away from trouble, and hitting their putts past the hole? All of this advice helps players who miss hit shots and putts. A player who hits it solid doesn't need to take an extra club. A player who hits it straight doesn't need to play away from trouble. I didn't think I needed to hit big slices into the trees to illustrate the importance of aiming away from trouble and taking an extra club. Maybe try a few of these tips and see if they work. The idea of the video isn't to help me break 80. The idea of the video is to help players who miss hit shots, who hit their putt short of the hole, who don't take enough club. Help those players. For a person that hits the ball solid all the time and shoots 75, those tips aren't going to help them very much. But for a player that shoots 95, those tips are more valuable and they can save a lot more strokes using those tips. Alex said, do you have any drills you can recommend for better 30 to 40 foot putts? I'm going to come up with a video idea and I'll make that soon. Also, find a flat course in winter when the grass is short and there is no wind. Laughing out loud. Not really sure where that person is coming from. I'm not really sure if they were just joking or if they were just saying that that's the type of course you need to break 80. I'm not really sure about that comment. When I play, it's just to illustrate the point. So the course really doesn't matter. All the tips in that video should be helpful. Short hitter. This is what I get more than anything. Short hitter. Driver 210 meters, 8 iron 130 meters into the wind. What about a hacker like me? 160 meter drive. When I smash it, which isn't very often, an 8 iron 105 to 110 meter if lucky. Any suggestions? I get that a lot, some variation of the short hitter thing. I talked about this in the 1,000 subscriber video and the 3,000 subscriber video. I'm not going to change the name. I think the short hitter thing is relative. YouTubers you probably watch hit it a lot longer than I do. Calling myself Mr. Short Hitter is better than Mr. Average Hitter. The worse player, the shorter the player, the worse they play, the more those tips are going to help. So a short hitter, of course, if he hits it a lot shorter than I do, then maybe the first thing would be to play a course that is 5,500 yards or 5,000 yards. Again, he said an 8 iron 105 to 110 meters if he's lucky. So maybe you need to hit more clubs if you miss hit. This is a gentleman here that I think kind of gets the point. Excellent video. You present more realistic yardages most amateurs face. Thank you, just subbed. I have to agree with the comments below. You have a wonderful swing and hit it straighter than most. Include when you do hit a bad shot in your thought process to avoid doubles. Think it'd be best during normal play than staging it for demonstration. Learn to read lies before selecting a shot to play would be very helpful. Just try and hit the same and after the fact notice I didn't hit the right shot. So Jeff had a lot of very good points there, and I think he would probably see from some of my more recent videos, but I have good days and bad days like everyone else. Here's the interesting one. He has a nice swing with good tempo. I'm surprised he doesn't hit the ball further with that swing, frankly, but I wouldn't say you're average. You have to be better than 85% of all golfers. This guy is straighter than most pros. Again, it just depends on the day whether I'm hitting it straight or not. You guys seen some matches with Tom where some of them I was hitting it straight and some of them I was hitting it not so straight. I've shot even par in some of those matches, and some of those matches I've shot 3 or 4 over par. And those are 9-hole matches. The part about not surprised that I don't hit it further, I'm not really sure what that means. If you look at, you say I have a nice swing with a good tempo. Well, my tempo is fairly slow, so that's probably why I don't hit it further than I do. I think anyone that looks at my swing would probably gather that the club head isn't moving very fast. You know, again, you compare me to some of the other YouTubers. Look at Rick Shields or Micah Morris or even Mark Crossfield, who's more in my age range. And the club head is moving a lot faster, and you can see that from the swing they're making. Here's another one. 140 with your 8 iron is not exactly being a short hitter, is it? Especially when you're over 50. When they made that comment, I wasn't over 50. But thanks for the great video and tips. So one thing that I maybe don't understand is the idea of the video is to give people tips and to help you with your game. And it seemed like so many people are wrapped up in the short hitter thing. Like, if someone's giving me a lot of really good tips to help me, they can call themselves Bozo the Clown for all I care. All I care about is those tips are helping me. So I'm not sure why it offends so many people, but it is what it is. Nicely done. Good pragmatic advice. I couldn't help noticing you missed almost all of your putts on the left side in this video. Any thoughts on that? I've had days where people said I hit all my putts left. I had days where people said I hit all my putts right. We're not machines, and sometimes we miss them right and sometimes we miss them left. This person said, what got me right away was your swing, joined up right away. Please do a video and tell us all about your golfing life. I do want to do that video. I talked a little bit about my golfing life in the Chicago Golf Podcast interview, but I do want to create a video where I go through how I got started in the game, and I hope to do that this summer. Les has commented on quite a few videos. He said, I really enjoyed this video, good information. Suggest one other tip that has helped. Drop my handicap, play the proper tees. He carries a 2.1 index, but I can't play a course over 7,000 yards. Just can't hit it far enough. Everyone needs to eject the ego and better scores will follow. Keep up the good work. I agree. Playing the correct tees is very, very important. I'm kind of in a tough situation when, like Les, if you're a low handicap golfer, you play in a lot of tournaments and you have to play from whatever tournament tees that the course is set up. When I've qualified for the Illinois Open, I couldn't say I can't play the Glen Club from 70, 100 yards, which is where we played it. I had to play it. That's where it was, and that's what I had to do. But yes, if you're just a casual golfer, then you should play from the appropriate tees. No stupid tips and tricks to break 80, real practical advice for course management. That's what I hoped that a lot of the people that are upset with me for calling myself short hitter, or people saying that I hit the ball straight all the time, that's why I'm breaking 80. That's the advice that I would hope that they would get from this video. It's free advice. So here's Lewis. Lewis has been commenting on quite a few videos lately also. He said, I'll definitely take a break 90 video. Just found your channel and I really enjoy your thought process and commentary. More than anything, I appreciate that you're a normal human golfer. I know there are super guys out there that can drive it 10 miles. Not this guy. I'm looking for tips and strategies to help my game become more consistent and purposeful. Thank you for the content and I can't wait to see more. That's the whole point behind the video. That's the whole point behind the channel, to help golfers play a little better. Steve has been commenting a lot also. Says you're a very solid golfer. Much respect for sharing your knowledge. I appreciate that, Steve. Steve actually tied in the recent video. He picked 218 yards on the drive with the recycled golf balls. Unfortunately, the tiebreaker, Steve didn't win the tiebreaker. I appreciate you, Steve. All right. So, you know, you get a lot of instructors in the comment section too, but this guy says this guy is a heck of a golfer. Great swing, plays within himself, knows his yardages with his clubs, and hits as straight as an arrow. The only thing he needs to address is he jerks his putts and they go right. So again, there's another comment. This guy says the putts go right. The other guy says my putts go left. Love the video. Thanks for reinforcing. Play within yourself. We aren't 25 years old and can't knock the snot out of the ball anymore. Keep the ball in play and golf is a lot more enjoyable. Thanks for the reminders. Mark says, are you in New England? Unfortunately, no, I'm not in New England. Well, I won't say unfortunately. Charles Perry says, this is the first time I've seen one of your videos. I love your way of explaining things. However, I think your name is a bit of a misnomer. According to Arccos Golf Data, the average driving distance for a 6 to 10 handicap, which I expect you are, is 229 yards. I'm a little better than a 6 handicap, but so be it. You're right there. Then again, Mr. Average Hitter has less of a ring to it. So, in any event, that's his thoughts. Now, here's one that really kind of got me going. For unathletic, he's pretty darn athletic. I could not figure out what about me made him say that I'm pretty athletic. So, you know, a lot of times I just try to avoid those comments and conversations, but I replied. I said, never played any sports as a kid because no one would pick me. Can't run, can't jump, have poor balancing, and barely lift 100 pounds, which you guys seen in the super speed videos. Most people don't consider golf a real sport, so I'd say I'm pretty unathletic. Laughing out loud. Thank you for watching. I really don't. He's probably the first person that called me athletic. I don't even know what to do with that one, that comment. I can't understand. I don't know. Jerry, I wouldn't call you a short hitter. I hit the fairway 85% of the time, but my long drive is 110 yards. My short game sucks, so I'm trying to work on that. 110 yards is his drive, and that's his long drive, 110 yards. He's definitely a short hitter. Gene also says, I wish I could drive 220. You're not a short hitter. I would hope Gene would watch the video and get some good advice and some good tips. So we get this sometimes. A putting tip for you. I noticed on the first par 3 where you missed the 3-wood to get on the first putt, your right shoulder moved forward such that your body ended up open to the line, which makes you pull the putt. Try not to push your shoulder. It's a long comment where he was giving me teaching. He was teaching me. Okay, so I'm going to read this comment. So this is from Graham, who over the months I've grown to really respect Graham and his opinion. It does help. You don't seem to miss the middle of the face often. A little smiley face there. So I've watched a few videos of yours now, and man, you never miss by much. That's another key to breaking 80 right there. Another one is playing a course and tee box markers that suit your game. I'm the first to admit I'm shocking at playing link style courses, but do very well in Parkland and what I call American style courses. And I know I'm a short hitter, 260 yards with a bit of run and a 7-iron carry about 160. So I don't play tee boxes that stretch the par 3s to over 200 yards, par 4s over 440, and total length over about 6,900 yards. With that in mind, I can play well and score around par. You are often going to compare yourself to the people you play with. Me, my entire life, I've always played with people that hit it further than me. So the person I play the most golf with is in his 60s, and he hits it 20 to 30 yards further than me. And then, of course, like I've said before, when I play in tournaments, I'm always the shortest hitter. So that's kind of where the name came from. I feel like you can call yourself whatever you want to call yourself. I don't understand it. You know, is Mr. Beast really a beast? You know, I feel like you can make your own name up. Good advice. I did notice you missed most of your putts to the left of the hole. Also, your eye line is not over the ball. I think you will putt better with a slightly shorter putter that's a little more upright. That advice maybe came to fruition because my new putter, I do putt pretty darn well with it now, and it is shorter. Jeff Klein said, you have a new subscriber. Even us short hitters lose the most strokes from OB and 3 putts. Those greens are impossible, easily cost a few putts from having a chance. I never really make excuses, and I think I've said it in one video. I said unless I hit a shot and it hits a bird in mid-flight and comes down, I'm not going to blame a golf course. I'm not going to blame the green. I'm not going to blame the condition of a bunker. Everything is on me in this game. I just go play. Okay, Harst89. I hope he's still around because I haven't seen Harst any comments lately. But he says, man, this is the first time I've seen one of your videos or even had it suggested. You're a good golfer, consistent, and explain everything better than I've probably seen so far. As you play, commentary is great. Nice work, man. Keep grinding. You're making the climb. I appreciate that, Harst89, and I hope that you're still watching. Einstein Rockefeller says, finally someone who hits similar distances to me and doesn't claim to hit their 7-iron 230 yards. I'm definitely going to subscribe. Relatable distances. After watching this video, my biggest takeaway is I'm trying to swing way too hard, especially for my age and physical limitations. Thanks for helping my game and back. It's pretty good. Ronald, I hope you're still around. Ronald, absolutely love your approach, your swing, and your sharing of your mindset. I'm so glad that I found your channel. I only watched this video. I'm already inspired by your ability to break the game down. You're a true asset to the game of golf, and I look forward to watching all of your videos, lessons, reviews. Great job. This is so valuable to many golfers, regardless of distances hit. I sent your link to my son this AM immediately after watching you. You're that great. Thank you for great content. Ronald, I know I'm going to get that wrong. But Ronald, I hope you're still watching. Rob's Axe says, listening to you is like hearing myself talk to my higher handicap friends. So much basic wisdom there. Great video. Former PGA Class A, and I can't tell you how many times I've said everything you're saying here. I break 80 regularly, occasionally break 72. Love to play with you. Your swing looks really consistent. I can tell you've played some. Your trigger gives you away. First non-professional YouTube channel I've subscribed to. Rob's Axe, I hope you're still around. Now Doug C comments routinely on some videos, so I know he's still around. Getting down to around 80 or hopefully break 80 is my goal for this coming summer. I'll be trying to put some of this advice to action, especially the course management parts. not taking on tuck pins or clubbing up and not muscling a 9 instead of hitting an easy 8. Okay, great video, mister. We play in conditions like this 6 to 7 months of the year here in the UK. Props to you on a very straight and strategic game. Hollow tying greens equal tough. The absolute key is keep it in play and keep those doubles off. You nailed it. Great video. Tony Wells, thank you very much, and I hope you're still watching. Wolfgang, it does not matter so much how far you hit it as long as you are straight and hit it consistent directions, distances. Very well played. Very helpful and true tips. That's from Wolfgang. Jeffrey Morgan, just subscribed. I learned as much from watching your calm demeanor and lovely consistent swing tempo as from your awesome tips. Calmness is definitely something I need to work on. Keep up the great work. Thanks. You know, this reminds me of I play in this thing called the Brown and Gold Cup, where the veterans take on the current team at the University of St. Francis, where I played golf in college. And sometimes even the young men will say that they admire my tempo or my rhythm, and they'll say, oh, I wish I had that rhythm, I wish I had that tempo. And I thank them, but in my mind I'm thinking, I wish I hit it 320 yards like you do instead of 225. Angel Maldonado said, brother, what a pleasure to see a good average player as yourself on YouTube. I need a motivation for today as I'm about to play my first competitive round of golf today. You're very inspiring. So much better watching a player that's more like me than a pro trying to play like us. Nothing wrong with that, but getting it from you is so much better. As an average 7 handicap player myself, I just want to say thank you for putting yourself out there for us. Keep it up and continue to be yourself. Awesome video. By the way, those greens cheated you out of a much lower score. A new fan. Alright, Angel Maldonado, thank you very much. Haven't seen your comment recently, so I hope you're still watching the videos. Thomas Steinman says, love it. The typical golf YouTuber doesn't talk about these sorts of things. You and Golf Sidekick have become my favorites, talking about simple tips and tricks to benefit the beginner to low handicappers game. Thank you very much, Thomas, and I haven't seen you around. Hope you're watching. Okay, so here's someone who comments quite a bit. Not sure if I've seen any comments on the last couple videos. Stephen Whiting, Mr. Short Hitter, you have a nice game and everything you have said concerning this content in the video is very true. If you get off the tee with a driver, 220 to 245, playing from the correct tee boxes, you are just fine. Keep providing the good content. You're striking your shot smoothly without much effort. Just work on the putting game a little, rock the shoulders, take the hands out of it. May help for a smoother roll. Okay, thank you very much, Stephen. I'm going to do a putting video soon. A lot of you really, really question my putting. I'm glad with my new putter, I'm glad I'm putting well. So the putting comments can probably slow down a little bit. John Holmes said, I've probably learned more from that video than I have watching hundreds and hundreds of videos by these coaching gurus. I think my mistake is swinging for the fences every shot rather than swinging a nice relaxed tempo. That was an excellent lesson on how to lower your scores. Great videos, Mr. Shorty, and gained a subscriber. Thank you very much, John. Bill Yonair says, you've given me some of the best on-course play and ball fitting tips. Having grown up in Alaska, my hat's off to you for playing winter golf up there where you are. Cheers. Now you guys know I'm doing Flashback Fridays. So on Fridays I'm going to release an older video that I filmed a couple months prior or in the winter. Just because I think there's still a lot of good tips in those videos. Bradley has been commenting on quite a few videos, and Bradley, keep it coming. I really appreciate it, man. Anything you got to say, whether it's helpful, whether it's a joke, you got a great sense of humor. I love it, man. Keep it coming. Bradley says, stumbled upon you today. Enjoyed your ordinary guy approach. I'd kill for that baby draw off the tee. Try to get your eyes over the ball and your stance over those longer putts. Another putting thing, you know, you guys were all over me on my putting. Bruce Hanna, adding your channel to my must-watch list. You, Golf Sidekick, and Not a Scratch Golfer are my favorite channels. Bruce has commented on quite a few videos. I appreciate it, Bruce. To be in a category with Golf Sidekick especially, I appreciate that because Golf Sidekick has an awesome channel and gives a lot of good practical advice. I think I may have seen his channel from other subscribers talking about it. So it's really good stuff there. I wish I could actually collaborate with Golf Sidekick, but he's somewhere across the world and he probably doesn't know who I am. We make an awesome video. So Golf Sidekick, if you somehow see this video, look me up. James Griffin says, you play like a blue-collar golfer, a very good blue-collar golfer, a sleeper good blue-collar golfer. I'll be betting with you rather than against you. Okay. Hopefully we'd win that bet. Martin says, good swing there, Mr. Short Hitter. Good commentary, realistic expectations with average yardages. Difficult to watch the videos with guys driving at 280 plus yards. That's not the average golfer's game. Definitely check out your other videos. Appreciate that so much. And he's right. Other videos with guys driving at 280 plus, which is just a dream to me. Here's someone who hates my music. Justin says, bro, the music is trash, but you got the personality and lots of great tips. I'm always a few strokes from breaking 80, so this is helpful. Keep posting, but update the background music. He hates my music, guys. John, I'm not sure how to. John Pavlovitz. Good practical game management advice. Really impressed by the 0 complaints you offered up in reference to the impossible, I won't even say the word he used for the greens, but impossible greens. Again, fertilizer, aeration, solid, straight, consistent, just one club behind me in distance. I would not call you short. Okay, here's another one. 240 yards short hitter. Really? Question mark. Again, I hope you guys got some value out of the video. Right, Griff called me a modern day Calvin Pete. Okay. No one was straight as Calvin Pete. No one ever was and ever will be. Who is close to him? Calvin Pete. Corey Pavin was my favorite golfer. Who else? Fred Funk. Fred Funk was another guy that was just radar. Speaking of radar, who is radar? Mike Reed. Mike Reed. He was another one. Mike Reed didn't miss many fairways. Here's one from Tom G. Great content. Managing expectations goes a long way. And Tom is right, as he often is. So Cybex Golf, who I don't know if he's commented lately, but Cybex Golf says, any tips on putter speed control? Seems like some greens are fast and others are slow, and I can't tell the difference. So I'm going to put a video together on putting speed control really shortly. And the last comment from Wooden Clogs says, new sub, great practical on-course playing and advice. You speak our language, thanks, and please keep doing this kind of video. I'm going to make another break 80. I'll make another break 90. And I may even, if there's enough interest, make a break 100. I plan on having some really good golfers on the channel to help me make a break 70 video. I can make it, but I'm not sure I can break it. I hope you're enjoying the channel. If you like the videos, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, Mr. Short Hitter, out.
5 holes to go, just play 13. Need a partner way in, gotta hit more greens.